Hello, you guys. I have I'm gonna do a video right now about iPhone safety tips, so protection, and tips to battery life. So just keep your iPhone up and running, keep it clean, keep it free from scratches, dirt, and debris, and making sure you're protected well. And some quick battery tips that you may have heard, just reinforcing them and talking a little bit about them. First, I'd recommend getting a case. An iPhone, it's $200, $300 piece of equipment. You don't want it tossing around in a backpack without some kind of protection. If it's just in your pocket and you have one pocket, your side pocket for your iPhone with no keys or coinage, you're probably okay. But you want to have some type of protection if you're throwing it in a bag or if you're, want to make sure it's clean. I use a spec candy shell. That's my main case. I have a couple other cases, a clear case. I have this case, but it doesn't go all the way up. It just goes up to the bezel. It doesn't cover the lip. It doesn't provide drop protection. It makes it, the screen right now is a flat screen. There's no, if I dropped it on its screen, it would land on the screen. With the candy shell, it covers it. So if I were to put it down, the screen wouldn't be the first thing to touch. It'd be these lips. Now, I'm sure if I dropped this from a couple feet, the screen might crack a little bit or provide some trauma damage to the hard drive or something inside, but the screen would be okay. And that's a pretty expensive part of it, the LCD and the screen. So that's important. Another thing is I have a screen protector. I kind of gave in. I got a Zag, but I just got the front protection. I didn't get the back because I have a case, and I like cases. Some people don't like the bulkiness, and I'd recommend the Zag. The Zag InvisiShield works great. Installation is kind of tough, but the front installation is easy as pie. But the back is kind of difficult. So this case is impossible to get off. All right, let me pop this out. Yeah, so with the Zag, the screen installation, so getting it just on the screen, is really easy. It took me about 5 minutes. It's a little uneven, nothing noticeable. I really like it, actually. I had Zags on my Ipod Touch. I guess I put them on wrong. I wasn't good at it, and dust got collected under little lips. But with this, you can't even tell. This has a Zag InvisiShield. I'm not going to take a key and start scratching it, but I like having the protection of the screen. A couple tips. If you have a case, take it off maybe every other day or every 2 days. And you don't have to buy that eye clear stuff. I've used it, no biggie. All you need is a small microfiber, some glasses cleaning spray. This stuff is great. I use it on my MacBook, my glass screen MacBook, and my screen looks great. You just have to do maybe 1, 2 sprays, and then just quick wipe. And there you go. Looks great, shiny, and it's cheap, really cheap, and you can probably find a glass cleaner around the house if you have parents or something, and it provides kind of a nice finish. You want to make sure you get it dry pretty quickly so it doesn't get stuck under the crevices of a screen protector. My back is, there's some fingerprints because I just took off my case, but as you can see, it's pretty scratch free. It's reflective. It looks nice. I have no cracks. And another tip, when you're buying a battery case, or not a battery case, sorry, an external battery, don't buy something cheap. I bought this off of a budget gadget too. I've got it in my last video. I don't recommend buying batteries from them. I put this on my iPhone. It fried my iPhone's battery 3 times, or twice. I'm on my 3rd iPhone. So don't get something from the Apple Store. It might be $75, but it's definitely worth it to pay the extra money. I don't have a battery pack as of now. I haven't really needed one. I usually carry around a charger with me if I'm going somewhere for a prolonged period of time, but I'm usually in between my house or at school. That's not a big problem for me. But it may be for you. You might need an external battery pack, but if you work at an office, sure, you can plug it into a computer, wall outlet, anything like that. Next thing is, if you get a compressed air canister, it's good to have because some dust might collect in your headphone jack or your USB. My webcam, my Mac isn't the greatest, but I have no dust whatsoever in there. I keep this thing spotless because I don't want to get, pins stuck in there. I really want to keep this in the best condition possible. Let me get on to battery saving tips, a quick spiel. When it comes to the iPhone, it has good battery life. I've noticed that. I usually like to keep the brightness up all the way because, it looks nice. When the screen brightness is full blast, it looks great. But I do keep the auto brightness on. And I guess it adjusts so well I don't even notice. That's fine to do. You lower the brightness all the way or put on the auto brightness. Looks like it's syncing. Okay. back to this. Keep push notifications off if you want to save battery life. I do use push every now and then. You can't see this at all. I'm sorry. Let me cover the sensor or something. No, didn't work. Anyways, if you have an iPhone 3G or maybe if you have a 3GS or an iPod Touch, I don't know if they do iPod Touch notifications, but if you do have push notifications, keep them off if you're gonna be a while. Like if I'm going somewhere for a long time, I turn that off. Let me go through the settings here. You want to turn your Wi-Fi off if you're not going to be near a wireless signal. Even if you're in the car, the signal is still searching, so you don't want to leave that on. If you're just going to be using your iPhone for music, turn off 3G. You can go to network settings under general and just check the enable. You guys can't see this, I'm sorry. You would just uncheck the enable 3G. Also, Bluetooth should be off. Location services, I've never really noticed. I never use that, so I usually leave that off unless I get asked from an app like Maps or Compass. And that's basically about it. If you're listening to music, you might want to just turn off your screen. That's a good thing to do to save battery life. If you have a 3GS, you're pretty much set when it comes to battery. I usually keep, I'm guilty of this too, leaving the Wi-Fi on, leaving 3G on, brightness all the way. And this can last me at least a good 6 hours. And make sure to calibrate your battery. That's my last point, and I'm going to be done. Calibrating the battery is a really good idea. Calibrating the battery is, you basically let the battery run dry. So what I did is I turned everything on, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, 3G, I turned on everything. And I just played a movie, like Dark Knight. I left it on for about an hour or two, and that really juices down the battery. So I left it on for a couple hours, came back, and my battery was dead. So it's zero, nothing left in the battery. And then you charge it overnight for about 12 hours. And then the battery is calibrated. Usually they come calibrated, but you just want to make sure to get the most out of your battery. So that is it. Video is done. Make sure to have a case. Some good cases, I'm sorry. Spec makes great cases. Candy Shell. If you want just like a silicone case, you can go to the Apple store, whatever. Cases are, a good investment, definitely. So, that's it. Comments below. If you want to subscribe over there, or over there. And yeah, just leave some of your thoughts about iPhone safety and battery tips.